Hello, and thank you for joining us for this short presentation brought to you by USDA Mortgage Source. We are Florida's leading USDA home loan information provider, serving all of Florida 7 days a week. During this short video, we're going to talk a little bit about the loan application process, getting started for the big home purchase, and also some of the things that are going to be required as far as documents and things as far as the closing process goes. This will be very helpful information, especially to you first-time home buyers out there. A lot of first-time home buyers have sometimes a little anxiety about the whole mortgage approval and application process, and we're here to reassure you that there is absolutely nothing to be nervous about, and we'll walk you through just a couple of steps here that important things that you need to know. The first step during the process is the mortgage professional is basically going to first discuss the home buyer's goals and needs, talk a little bit about any unique situations related to the buyer, and also discuss the mortgage programs and different requirements for each program. The USDA loan may not be the right choice or the right fit for a buyer. It just depends on a variety of factors related to eligibility and then also the individual loan requirements. And that's what they're going to talk to you about during the initial conversation, is basically what you're looking for, your family's looking for, and general needs as far as down payment and things of that nature. Again, they'll discuss when it comes to the USDA in particular, they're going to also talk in detail about the eligibility factors. There are a few things regarding eligibility related to the location of the property. USDA housing is only for particular USDA eligible locations, and then also income requirements with USDA. There is certain limits on income depending on where the home buyer is looking to purchase a new home. And all these general requirements related to eligibility and the loan requirements can be found at the website at usdamortgagesource.com. After they discuss these things with you, they're going to go through the loan application. The loan application can be done over the phone or online. The process is very quick. Generally for a single individual, it can take only 10-15 minutes to go through. For two people, a couple, it can really just it's only about a 15-20 minute process at the most. After they do your loan application, they're going to evaluate that. Generally, that can take a day or so for them to do that evaluation. And then they're going to come back and talk to you about the loan approval and let you know first and foremost if you are approved for the financing, and get into a little bit of the nuts and bolts related to the numbers of things. Talk about the amount that you're pre-approved for, what you can expect for your housing payments, with your taxes and insurance, and those things included. And then also talk a little bit about the closing costs and other things related to that. The USDA program does require, though, your closing costs can be paid by the seller of the home, like many government loan programs, and they can talk to you about ways to structure that again in a way that fits your needs. And the second step after the loan approval or pre-approval process, they'll talk a little bit about the documentation that's going to be needed. This is pretty universal here for really, again, any type of home loan, conventional or government home loan that you're doing. Most of the documentation, these are full documentation loans, and they'll require full income documentation, last two most recent years of tax returns and W-2s and pay stubs, and any other income documentation for home buyers that may have Social Security income, disability income, or things of that nature. They'll go through that with you and tell you exactly what income documentation will be required. Also assets, they'll talk to you about the asset documentation, generally 2 months of bank statements. Retirement statements would be needed as well if there's any buyers that have 401k or IRA type retirement accounts, any money market accounts or mutual funds, They'll also talk to you about the statements that they'll need in regards to those items. Copy of ID, social security card, couple forms of ID. They'll generally get a copy of those things from you as well. Step three comes really once a home buyer is under contract on a home. Basically, before this, before you're in contract, the loan officer has already pre-approved you for a loan, has issued a letter of pre-approval to you for the loan, has collected all your documentation, and then once you're in contract, they will start really the final step, that's the appraisals and inspections first and foremost, and that comes when the buyer is obviously in contract on a property. Once the appraisal and inspections are complete, the loan will go through the underwriting process. At that point, the underwriter will do a formal review of everything, and once they're completed, they'll come back with any loan conditions that are required, and this is normal for there to be standard loan conditions and things that the loan officer will help clear up following the general underwriting process. Once those items are completed, then the closing will happen. Again, this order kind of pertains really to Florida. In different states, it can work a little bit differently. Each state has its own little twists and turns as far as the real estate purchase process. But in Florida, this is the general process and how it works. The closing process for the USDA loans in Florida is generally a 40 to 45-day process from the time that you're in contract. Uh, the USDA loans, the 502 guarantee housing loans, these loans are done through USDA approved lenders, and they do all the underwriting and for the mortgage, and then once the loan is completed in underwriting, they do go to a secondary approval process with the local USDA offices. The entire process, though, for inspections and underwriting, generally 40 days, give or take a little bit. For any home buyers that have questions, we encourage you to contact us at 904-302-6060. Or visit us at www.usdamortgagesource.com. We can certainly put you in contact with a approved USDA lender in your city. We are serving all of Florida 7 days a week. We look forward to speaking with you. Thank you.